Alright, check out the grout.
Okay, so I don't normally make paranormal ghost videos. My YouTube channel is like a gaming / technology / photography / computer stuff channel. So if you're interested in that, subscribe. But it's Halloween, so I figured I'd release this footage since it's kind of really spooky. Now, I'm not 100% sure that this is an actual EVP, and I'll talk about why later. So this is from a video that my mom recorded for the purpose of documenting the disgusting bathroom in the hotel that she and her friend were staying in. And instead of making you sit through the entire 4-ish minute vertical iPhone video, I'll rotate it for your viewing pleasure and get right to the point.
Alright, check out the grout.
Did you hear it?
The grout.
Let me amplify it this time.
The grout.
I'm not going to say what I think it sounds like right now, so as to not put any ideas in your head. First, I'm going to show you the audio from this clip in a different way. I've processed the audio in Audacity, and I've done a bunch of noise reduction and compression and some bandpass filters. All that stuff helps to remove a lot of the background noise and makes it a lot easier to hear.
Yeah.
So what you're looking at here, this is an audio spectrogram. The stuff that's down here, this is the low frequency.
And stuff that's up here, this is the high stuff.
The more bright something gets, the louder it is. So like here in this area, there's just nothing. This kind of noisy blue stuff, this is the background noise. This is the EVP right here. This is what normal human voice talking looks like. It always forms this like layered banding kind of thing. It almost looks like a fingerprint, really. You'll notice the spectrogram, it only goes up to 16 kilohertz. Now, normal human hearing goes to about 20 kilohertz, but if I set my max spectrogram frequency any higher, so we'll just do 19, you'll see there is a hard cutoff, and that's because the iPhone, for whatever reason, just has a hard cutoff at 16 kilohertz. Now, before I go further into the audio analysis, I'm going to show you more of the original clip because there's some very important details I got to go over. Like I said earlier, my mom recorded this video just to show the state the bathroom was in, mainly because it was really nasty considering the price that they paid.
And this was like almost $400 for 2 nights. How much? $350. Like $350 for 2 nights. Look at that bathroom. Look at that. Lovely.
The video was recorded a few years ago on my mom and her friend's trip to Punxsutawney for Groundhog Day, and this is the exact layout of her room. You can see the bathroom where my mom recorded the video is behind this wall, but the sink is outside the door, so like, you gotta open the door after you take a dump and then wash your hands? That's kind of gross. Anyway, when my mom recorded the clip, her friend was somewhere in this room watching the TV, most likely sitting in her bed, which would have been this one, the farthest away from the bathroom. As for the hotel itself, this is the Ramada in Indiana, PA. And this place is really old. I believe it was built in 1960, originally as a Holiday Inn. Later it became a Park Inn, and then sometime after 2018 it became the Ramada. And it might change names again sometime soon? Apparently it was up for auction earlier this year. I don't know if it sold or what, but clearly the place is not exactly desirable for the hotel companies. This is also one of those hotels with an indoor covered plaza area. It's got a heated pool and fake plastic palm trees. The whole place is kind of weird. The rooms have these really odd cement block ceilings. I wouldn't be surprised if this place was filled with asbestos. It's certainly old enough for that. And really, the hotel just kind of seems run down and sort of dirty, especially some of the pictures I found of this place. It's kind of gross, and it seems like the reviews aren't that great either. But for the typical price that the rooms here go for, like $80 a night, is it really that bad? I've also spent quite a bit of time trying to do research to see if anything crazy ever happened here, or like if it's haunted, but the multiple name changes and the fact it's located in Indiana, PA makes it pretty much impossible to search for anything in this location. You know, like half the time the results I get are from the state of Indiana, even when I specify PA. The local news in Indiana isn't that much of a help either, even when their website is actually functioning and allowing me to read the articles. If anyone watching this somehow knows someone that's worked there or has worked there at the Ramada in Indiana themselves, feel feel free to post your horror stories in the comments below. I'm sure you probably have a lot of them. Now there's definitely haunted stuff in Indiana, PA. Like, the whole town and region is super old, and there's all these ancient ruins all over the place, but I can't find any hard evidence of anything out of the ordinary ever happening in this specific location. But who knows, maybe someone else can find out something about this hotel that I just completely overlooked. But anyway, let's get back to this recording. So the video was recorded on an iPhone 8 Plus, so the audio quality isn't that great, but it's probably better than those crappy Ghost Hunter voice memo recorders that you always see them using. The audio is mono, it's 44.1 fake kilohertz sampling rate. Like I mentioned previously, there's a hard cutoff at 16 kilohertz. The bitrate is 63 kilobits per second, and it's AAC audio. So like I said earlier, my mom was here with her friend, and her friend was in the other room, and you can actually hear her in a couple spots of the recording. Right here I cut out her name, but this is her talking.
350. Like 350.
And you can hear how far away she is. Like, she's clearly in the other room watching TV, and you can even hear the TV. Like that. That's the TV. And you can hear her in the background too, right here.
And then stop.
She's saying, "Don't fall through." And that's because, well, I'll just let my mom explain.
Now, this part, there's the drain. Right, like here, if you step, you feel like you're going to go through the floor. You have to stand on the sides or stand, like, back further. 350.
I originally thought that the EVP was my mom's friend talking. You know, maybe she came over to point something out to my mom. I think it sounds like blood here, blood there. And she says yeah afterwards as if she was responding to something, because listen to the whole thing.
Check out the grout. Yeah. Check out the grout. My mother always said.
But here's the thing about that. I don't think this is her friend. Because again, her friend is in the other room, and this is like, even though this is a processed piece of audio, it's awfully loud. Like, it sounds like it's in the bathroom with her. And the other thing is I know my mom's friend, and she has kind of a deeper feminine voice. Like, it's lower. And she's not the kind of person who would, like, even if you're recording something, she's not gonna, like, poke her head in the bathroom and say something like this. Especially this there part.
Yeah.
There. It like perfectly goes down, and it really holds it. So I've actually gone and I've used the AI voice removal tool in DaVinci Resolve. And so what this does is it kind of like doesn't work perfectly. See, like sometimes it doesn't perfectly remove voices, but the whole thing here is that it removed a decent amount of her voice, but it kept this. And the weird thing is, so this right here, this is when my mom would be saying, check out the grout. So that would be like,
check out the grout. All right.
Right here. All right. She says, all right, check out the grout. Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds like the same voice here saying blood again. That's what I think it sounds like. But I also wrote down some other things. It could be blood here, blood there, right here, right there, not here, not there, what here, what there. Now again, this is the AI isolation thing, so this could just be a complete artifact of the AI isolation. I make this a little louder. You can hear it trails off like that. Like, nobody talks like that. That doesn't make any sense. Why would she go in there and say it like that? Like, if you were gonna go into, like, poke your head into a bathroom where someone's recording a video and you're just trying to whisper to, like, point something out, you wouldn't say it like that. You'd say it like this. So this is me talking. Here and there. Here and there. Here and there. So I say here and there, like whisper-wise. I specifically said it in a way where it would be like I'm trying to point something out to someone that might be like, I don't know, making a video in a bathroom. Here and there. And you can see the shapes are very similar to the there. It has this one band of frequency that kind of stays consistent, and then it has this upper one that goes down. That's kind of how mine is too, but mine trails off, and I've kept trying to mimic this like extremely long descent, and I just couldn't do it. But it could be like a female voice thing. Maybe I just can't talk like that. Another weird thing that I noticed is that at the end of both the here and there is like a cutoff. So it's like the first part of here is kind of loud, but then it dips down, the volume dips down right here, and then it kind of comes back up. And the same thing happens with there, and you can really see it right here because there's this white bit where there's like no audio. This is the best way I can describe what I'm hearing and seeing, where it kind of cuts out. Like you can see it gets quiet and then continues. For both words.
Yeah.
I thought that this surely was her friend talking, but okay, is she in the other room? My mom said she was in the other room watching TV. Why would she say this to herself if she's just sitting in bed watching TV? And if she did like walk over into the bathroom and like poke her head in and say this, why, first of all, why would she do that? And we would have maybe heard her footsteps. And I've gone through this quite a lot, and I can't find anywhere where it's like footsteps, maybe like there's these clicks. I don't know what these clicks are. And then another thing is that this signal has these extremely loud high-end frequencies. Like all this stuff up here, this isn't noise. This is like actually part of the vocalization we're hearing. And you can even see it on this one, like all this stuff. This one didn't have any like noise reduction or anything. This is just the AI voice removal tool. So I did another experiment with this audio. So I was able to wrangle my mom and get her to kind of recreate this. I couldn't get her friend to try and recreate this, but that might be something I could do in the future. We could make this a whole thing. We could get the same room in the same hotel, and like I could get like a proper recording set up, do multiple positions around the room, having her say those things. But this is like, I was in my bathroom recording with my mom's phone that the original clip was recorded with, and I had her stand approximately the same distance she thinks her friend was away and repeat the lines. Not here, not there. And basically it doesn't sound...
Not here, not there. It sounds like it's... Not here, not there.
This is me talking separately. And you can see the waveforms, you know, sort of similar, but it's just so... Not here, not there. It's just so different. All that background noise, you might be able to hear it, but the TV was also on for maximum accuracy with the recreation. Again, inconclusive. The volume does kind of match, so this is me. So this is me talking. You can see, like, I'm at, like... This is me talking. I'm at, like, 12, and she's at, like, 25, whereas in this one, well, let me pull out the original real quick. So here's the original file. I normally cut off the first couple seconds because there's some personal information there, but the actual thing is somewhere around here, 2 minutes. This is the original audio, completely unedited, and my mom's voice...
Out the grout.
That's at like -8, we'll say. It's not even above the noise floor, really. Like, it's just barely there, you know, -30. So this test, same distance, I mean, obviously like different geometries, but sort of similar. I'm going to say that one's inconclusive. But if you want me to go spend a night in the Ramada trying to recreate this, let me know, because I could definitely go up to Indiana. I've been looking at Indiana on Google Earth, and there's all kinds of crazy stuff up there that I could go like take pictures of or something.
All right, check out the grout. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense if this is her friend, and it just, like, this there. It carries on to, like, this point. This one I'm showing you, this is the AI voice removal one. Maybe it really isn't trailing off, but when I listen to this, I can hear that there continuing out to, like, this point. So that's like a pretty long there. Like, that holds for a long time. And another thing I did, I want to show you, just to prove, like, this isn't just, you're not just like hearing noise or like something. What I did is I isolated just that part. I amplified this and I pitched it down by 22%, I think. And then I ran this through the Whisper transcriber. It's like an AI thing that takes speech and turns it into text. This is what it gave me. It appended the question marks because it's contextually aware, and so it's not actually detecting like a question inflection there. It's just is seeing, it thinks it's what, and it's adding that. The AI transcription software isn't perfect, but it does a pretty good job, and clearly it's detecting speech, even if it's not what. It could be what. It sounds like blood to me. And throughout the whole recording, my mom is talking about like little specks of, goo that are on the walls that she thinks is blood.
Something that appears like blood on the wall. There's a spot. If you just, I don't know, random spots on this wall, you see these red dots, which kind of strikes me as concerning. Right there. And then the back of this door, it looks like there's, hate to say it, like boogers. And then we got some more blood looking things. I don't know. There and there. And just on a picture frame. Something, huh?
Personally, I don't know. If it's her friend, it doesn't make any sense. Like, because I know her friend, she's not the kind of person who would like try to whisper or anything. She would just say it. She would just use her normal talking voice. She wouldn't be whispering or anything like that. And my mom says that that wasn't her, and my mom's friend even says that that's not her talking there, and she doesn't remember saying that and doesn't remember doing that. Now, they were both definitely doing alcohol. I mean, you can tell by my mom's voice in the video that she's a little bit out of it, but still, this one's, I don't know. I don't know what I feel about this one. I'm not sure. It's really spooky. When I first heard it, I was like, it gave me chills. Like, this one's kind of scary. Like, if this is a legit EVP, then this is not only the clearest EVP ever recorded ever, it's also like one of the most disturbing. I was originally really hard leaning that this was definitely her friend, and I wasn't even going to make this video. But the more I listen to it, I don't know. I don't think it is, but maybe it is. I don't know. I really won't know unless I go to the Ramada Hotel in Indiana, PA, and do some like recordings. I don't know. But let me know what you think down in the comments. And I'll also put some audio snippets. I'll put links to that in the description. So that way, if you have some kind of like fancy spectral analysis tool, maybe you can figure this out.